it cost?
Everything is right. The Buccaneers moved to 2-0, but the injuries are starting to mount up. If you're just joining us, welcome to Real Bucs Talk. We're live here on a Wednesday night. It's good to be back. I was at the game in Houston for the victory. What a heart attack waiting to happen, but it was a fun experience, and glad that the Buccaneers were able to pull it off. I guess we'll just start there. We'll talk about the positives from this game, because obviously the injuries are going to be the negative, but really when we look at it, and I'll bring up the score here. So the Buccaneers won 20-19. As you guys know, it was a great win, found a way to come back at the end. Buccaneers really were taking it to the Texans here in the first half of the game. They got out to first quarter. I mean, in the second quarter, they went up 14 to 10 there, and it felt like they were starting to find ways to, about to pull, the game or put it out of reach. But the Texans made a lot of adjustments, and really, when Luke Gedeke went down, that's one of the first injuries we can talk about. Once he went down, the offense was in trouble, because the pass rush for the Texans really started to come alive, and they had to make adjustments, getting the ball out of the hand of Baker Mayfield. But you look at the numbers here, Mark, a lot of good things. I think the biggest thing for the Bucs is, again, no turnovers on offense. I think that's huge for this team. And then also the rushing attack led by Bucky Irving and Rachaad White. That was really what stood out to me as far as offensive game, goes in general.
What's huge to me in this game was a play calling.
Yeah.
On both sides, to be honest. On both sides of the field, offense and defense. But give credit to Grizzard. Like, dude was dialing it up with a makeshift O-line, which is going to be even worse this week. The next bummer we're going to talk about. But the dude was calling it, being protective of his quarterback, understanding what weapons he has to get the ball out faster. And there were opportunities there that were open, but lack of time is what it is. I mean, overall, I thought the play calling was phenomenal. And once they all settled down, again, like the Servasian underneath the running back is an issue, but it got cleaned up and they put up zeros for 2 quarters straight. And in the fourth quarter was when all the magic started happening. But overall, I mean, really good game. Like, it was like a playoff game, it felt like. And it was down to the wire, and clearly, based off of how the lines were playing, that's why there's injuries.
Yeah, I mean, when I looked at it again, I thought, again, Rachaad White was the unsung hero of this game. He made really big plays, obviously scoring the game winner with the touchdown there at the end. But I think the play that goes unnoticed, but that was huge, is the fumble recovery that he had. Baker Mayfield was trying to scramble on a 3rd and I think 4 yards. Would have had it if he didn't lose the ball. Unfortunately, he lost the ball. And then Rachaad White makes the mad dash to get that football back. And that was huge. So that was a huge part of it. And then, you look at what the Texans were able to do in that fourth quarter. They ended up scoring 9 points. They had a field goal and a touchdown. But we also have to remember that all those points came off of special team errors or non-calls. We had a blatant block in the back that was called a flag, and then all of a sudden they're like, nope, it's not a flag. We're going to pick this up. The other one was a block punt that set them up in field goal range. They ended up getting a field goal. So you also had, again, another, missed field goal by McLaughlin. So hopefully Chase can figure out what's going on with him and start making these kicks and be more consistent. I think he will. There's no evidence to see why he won't be, but just have to play it, week to week. And then defensively, like you were talking about, I think there was a lot of standouts. The secondary continues to play lights out to hold Nico Collins, the 3 catches, 52 yards on 9 targets. They did allow the 1 touchdown play, but again, that was just a heck of a play. To do that, defense working in that regard as far as shutting down the top playmakers for the other team.
Yeah, the way they use the entirety of the secondary, and we need to do a film study on this and how they're bringing safeties and nickelbacks in to look like linebackers that are
Yeah,
confusing the 2 quarterbacks we face. I mean,
right.
Tyke Smith's sack was part of that, looking like a linebacker. They bring guys down, and there's so many they use in that facet. They use Tyke Smith, Antoine Phil Jr., Joshua Parrish, or Jacob Parrish. I don't know why I always say Joshua. Jacob Parrish.
Mhm.
And it's confusing. And they can use the Izzy in that capacity too, but they got the young guys going and they're humming, man. And I love the substitution. Like it's almost every other drive. Dean and Morrison now
Yeah.
are interchangeable, and Morrison showed good coverage skills. Him in the running game is nothing to what Dean and McCollum can do. So he needs to get a little bit stronger in that facet, but him in coverage, we need to do a film study on that as well. I mean, a lot of good things for this defense. The only issue was early on the running back issue in the flats. But if that gets covered on early, I mean, this defense, 19 points? What was the first game? 20.
Yeah, it was 20, so
Yeah. So
they're
we're looking pretty
pretty
good right now.
yeah, pretty consistent. And defensively, again, there wasn't there wasn't any like recorded turnovers in the game, but the Buccaneers did have a huge goal to goal situation where they got to stop. So you count that as a turnover there. And then unfortunately, I think that led to either the missed field goal drive or that was the block punt drive. But overall, I thought
But really address this now since everyone's like losing their
talk.
mind. Cody down for the season. The team is falling apart.
Yeah, we can get into the injuries. So there it is, right there. Cody Mock suffered a season-ending knee injury. Most likely, it's going to be a torn ACL, is what I'm thinking. They did sign Dan Feeney off the Bills practice squad. So he does have some experience that they brought him in. He started games before, I believe, for the Chargers. So you add some depth there. The other news, Luke Gedeke also, re-injured his foot. So down Luke Gedeke and Cody Mock. Luke Gedeke for at least a couple weeks, and then also Kalijah Cansey out for the year due to a torn pectoral. So, like my intro video, what did it cost? Pretty much everything to move to 2-0. You lose a lot of key talent right there, and Cansey, and now Cody Mock is out for the year, and Luke Gedeke, Tristan Wirfs are still trying to come back. So you're hoping you can get those guys back within the next couple of weeks. But right now, they're going to have to find a way to figure out the guard situation, whether that's Elijah Klein, maybe Chikuma. I know people are talking about Chikuma as a guard potential, but I think they're probably going to go with Klein just because he's someone that knows the system. He knows the offense, and he does have more experience than the other options. I know they brought in Feeney, but probably won't expect him to play right away just because he just got here and he's got to learn, everything else.
I know there's a lot of questions going on because it
Yeah.
sucks. Barton at right guard, so we're down 3 of the offensive linemen.
And here's Dan Feeney. I mean, he fits right in as far as haircut and style. He's got the mustache. Again, that's probably an old photo, but again, he's played a lot. 31 years old, 6'4", 310 pounds. So, good, solid size, typical guard. Does have center experience, so they could use him as a backup center in case of emergency. So yeah, we'll see.
I mean, this is the sad truth. Barton's
Yeah.
going to stay at left tackle until Wirfs gets back.
Yep.
It's the sad, honest truth. You're not going to move him. He's been there 2 games. It's likely going to be Barton left tackle, Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
left guard, Bredesen center. Keep that left side continuity for what it is. Even though Barton was getting beat at left tackle against a great edge rusher, yeah, because he's not a left tackle. Yeah, he may have played in college, but he's used to center, guys. But he is a hell of an athlete. But when in the running game, they know what they're doing in the running game. Let's put it that way. The game showed it.
Yeah.
If we need to run it, we can. The whole right side has to get jumbled up, which sucks. I mean, heck, what the heck video that we put out there? Yeah, you can see it on full display. Like, he's very big. He can move around, but he can get pushed off his spot because he plays so high because he's such a big guy. It's going to be troubling. I mean, even this Jets game, I'm like, holy crap. Like, it's not going to be like, even Todd Bowles said it. It's like, we can't go into the game thinking we're 2-0 and then get our ass beat. He literally verbatim said that. And I don't necessarily thinking it's just because of that. You're just so undermanned on your offensive line. Like, you can't timely get things going.
Yeah.
Because now your right guard's going to be Elijah Klein, hopefully. And plus, had the most experience. He has zero experience.
Well, I mean, nine snaps last year, but again, it's nine snaps.
Elijah Roberts had that in a game last week.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. And you have, they were having Luke Haggard out there as a starter. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think it's most likely, you're hoping Wirfs can come back next week against the Eagles. Hopefully you can get Gedeke back by week 6 against San Francisco. Once you get those two guys back, then your left guard becomes Ben Bredesen. You can put Barton back at center. Right guard could be Elijah Klein, and then you have Gedeke at right tackle, and then you're okay. Like, again,
you're pretty damn good. If you have Gedeke and Wirfs out there, you're pretty damn good.
Well, yeah, I mean, the level of your talent goes way up. So I think 4 out of the 5 you feel pretty confident in, and you can make do with a lesser experienced guard. Maybe eventually Dan Feeney takes over as the starter once he learns the offense. So, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that this took place. It stinks. That's the one thing that sucks about this game is the injury part of it, because you hope you can find the luck to make it through without critical injuries through a season.
I mean, and that's just talking the offense. Then defense, you lose Kalijah Kancey.
Yeah.
One of your best interior quick pressure guys, and you fill it with a 6'1", 334-pound man.
Yeah, that's another thing the Buccaneers did. They put Kalijah Kancey on IR. They did sign another Elijah, this time Elijah Simmons out of Tennessee. I think he was I want to say he was a 6th-round draft pick. Let me see if I can find that. But again, Mark was alluding to his size. He's a huge man at 6'1", 335 pounds. He is a rookie, so he was drafted this year. I believe, I don't know which round. I think it was late. It was like, I think a 6th. Oh, maybe he was undrafted. Yeah, maybe he was undrafted. But anyway, the Buccaneers signed him to the practice squad. There he is right there on the screen. So we'll see what he brings. He's going to be on the roster, basically becomes the 5th defensive tackle behind Vita Vea, Logan Hall. You have Elijah Roberts and Greg Gaines, and now Elijah Simmons. So we'll see what he can do. I'm not sure he'll get a lot of snaps. He'll probably just be the extra guy in case one of those other 4 need a break or something, or maybe in certain rundown situations, you put him in there.
Here's a silver lining. That statement right there.
Yeah, that's true. It is better than late in the season. The good news is you do have time to kind of figure things out. And who knows, maybe someone steps up and plays a lot better than we thought.
And you're winning.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
A lot of it's showing the depth, and the draft picks are showing up, but it sucks, but you're winning. That's the only thing you can say.
Yep, for sure. And I'm just trying to see if I had any other points about this game, but that was pretty much the big one. It's like we win, but we also lost because guys got hurt and now they're out for the year. I want to talk about, there was another guy I wanted to mention. Yeah, Elijah Roberts. I wanted to bring him up because I thought he did a lot of good things in this game too. The secondary really stands out. I think the safety duo we're seeing, like what healthy safeties can mean for this team, especially with Tyke and Antoine Winfield. Their abilities to kind of just be those erasers, whether it's in the running game or in the pass coverage. You're kind of seeing Tyke taking over, like Mark alluded to earlier. He is basically becoming that extra linebacker in the box. And he's just becoming kind of that force player that we saw with Jordan Whitehead, but now he's doing it at even a higher level, and really being a big time player for them. And you're allowing Winfield kind of just to stay back in coverage. And at times when he does blitz, it comes unnoticed and teams are kind of caught off guard by it. So I think that is, that is one of the cool things to see so far in this early part of the season.
It's something we touched on last year about it, the interchangeability of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's time where both of them are deep, and then there's time where both of them are in, and they drop back McCollum. Like there's the variety of ways they use these two safeties is incredible, and the way they can produce pressure with both of them too. Both of them are blitzing, but both of them are making tackles for loss. Antoine Winfield Jr. is making multiple tackles at the line of scrimmage. He may have not gotten tackles for loss, but he got minimal gains. Where if it was any other safety, there it's probably a 5 to 10 yard chunk. Yeah, like people to say the defense needs to step up, they allowed 19 points.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're doing pretty good. I mean, you look at it, to only allow 20 and then 19 overall, and you have to factor in that the offense is very shorthanded right now, and going to be even more shorthanded this week against the Jets team that they're going to play. But I think the common denominator, or the thing that can overcome these things, is you have Baker Mayfield and you have Josh Grizzard, who is really showing their creativity and their being on the same page and how it matters. You saw the adjustments they made once Gedeke went down. I thought that was big time. So it was very important for the Buccaneers to find a way to work around these injuries, and I think they're going to have to do it again against the Jets coming up for sure.
Right. Again, against a backup quarterback, let's see. Right.
Yep.
But then again, it's a week-to-week league. I still say with what Bulls talked about with Denver last year, week 3, ass got slaughtered. So I don't know, especially with all these injuries, can the defense and offensive lines continue to churn guys in and out and find ways to manufacture pressure or prevent pressure? Let's see.
Yeah.
It's a question to be had.
Yeah, for sure. I think when you look at it, I mean, yeah, all these injuries, they're just it's unfortunate, but you look around the league, it's going to happen. I mean, it's part of this game. Now you move on, and hopefully the Buccaneers can find a way to get to 3-0. I think the things that you can lean on are still there, whether that's the running game. We have 2 really good running backs. You can continue to utilize them. Put Baker in situations where he doesn't have to hold the ball very long. I think they're going to find ways to get the ball out of his hands quicker, and just utilize what your strengths are, especially with Elijah Klein coming in. Again, pretty solid run blocker. Let's continue to use those traits for him. Same thing with Bredesen and Jordan, and then Barton. Those you feel good about as far as using their movement skills. Charlie Heck, same thing. Again, not the greatest at pass protection, but run blocking, he can do pretty well. So I think you just got to continue to play into that. And this team is kind of going to be like a just ground and pound type team, and hope for the best, try to keep games close, and try to take over in the fourth quarter. I think that's what you're going to be looking for. I don't think we're really going to take off on offense until we get those tackles back, and Tristan Wirfs and Luke Gedeke. So, and once you get Chris Godwin back, that will make even things that much better. So I think we just have to be patient with the offense. Defensively is going to have to continue to be, the unit to lean on, and they're going to have to continue to do their things. And I think they're going to improve as well as we move forward here.
I mean, the one thing that scares the shit out of me. Look at Cincinnati and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean, he's out for the year.
Right. I mean, not the year. I think it was like a turf toe.
Well, they say 3 months, so that's pretty much the year.
Well, I mean, Baker already this game got his ass beat.
Yep.
He's hurting. And then we're down another starting offensive lineman. 2 now. It's like it's a ticking time bomb. Like, hopefully your play caller keeps running the ball and gets it out of his hands quick, because put it all on him, Baker's gone, your season's done.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you start 2-0 and you win another one by the skin of your teeth again by 1 point. It doesn't matter if your starter's gone. So you got to hope some of these come back, and that's why you said in the beginning, at what cost, right? It's scary.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and good point here by G Vegas. The Light and staff have shown an eye for offensive line talent, so I think they can weather losing Mock for the year. But yeah, can't lose any more starters. That's for sure. We got to hope the rest of the year goes well and we can stay healthy. But again, in this game of football, physical sport, injuries are just a part of it. It's really about how healthy can you be towards the end of the season going into the playoffs. That's what's going to matter. But you just hope you can weather the storms that come your way and find a way to rise above. People talking about Servatier Dennis. Yeah, I think Dennis is going to be okay. Again, a lot of it is little simple things that he can fix. So I think they'll be okay there. Yeah, I agree. We're going to be okay. Again, this team is still very talented. We still have a lot of talented players that we can lean on. You still have Mike Evans, who looks really good so far early on in the season. Had another 5-catch game. You use Bucky in the passing game. He made really good plays there too. Same thing with Emeka Buka. Emeka could have had a bigger game in this one if it wasn't for the pass protection. Like, he had plays. He had one drop that he probably should have caught. And then the other plays where he just didn't get the ball because Baker had to run and get rid of it, So there's a lot of good things.
Drop.
What?
The 3rd down drop before the 4th down conversion. That was a massive drop.
Yeah, that was the one I was talking about. He probably should have caught. And again, that was a good place ball. It could have been a little bit more towards the sideline, but it was right there in his hands. He got to just finish it. I think he was a little worried about the overall contact, but yeah, it just needs to come down with it. And I'm sure he will. He had a great play on that screen call. That was a perfect play design, and they executed that well. Other than that,
it's good too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's just a lot of good things. I'm trying to think.
One cool thing.
Yeah.
It's just coaching / quarterback putting it into practice on the field. When a guy is off, Baker's immediately throwing it out. And that's the quarterback and wide receiver being on the same page and understanding where you're at. Like Sterling Shepard and him do it nonstop.
Yeah.
He's even doing it with Mike Evans. So it's cool that what you're taking on the practice field, you're putting it into a practice on the actual game day, Sunday or Monday. But that was a cool thing, because that's stuff that gets conversions and makes you get first downs, continues the drive. So I thought that was huge. The Sterling Shepard and him had at least 2 of them. I think Mike had 1 of them.
Yeah. I think that goes a long way. Just having that communication, like you're talking about, that trust. And I think that's going to continue to build as they get more comfortable with each other, especially Abuka and Baker. But overall, I mean, Ryan Miller scores a touchdown, 20-yard play, nice little, corner route towards the end zone. And I think that was Baker's 4th read on that play. So he was like going through his checks and progressions, made a nice throw. So yeah, a lot of positives. I mean, really the only downside was just the lull in the second half. You would have liked to see them score a little bit more, maybe get another touchdown, but you just had either the missed field goal, or there were certain drives where we're like, so close to getting that first down, but just couldn't make it happen. So, and there's also, penalties involved as well that, the team is going to have to clean up and be a little bit better there. But I'm trying to think of,
Here's something I want to ask you, which
yeah.
is a big talking point. Do you think they allowed the Texans to score late in the fourth quarter for us to get the ball back? Do you think they allowed it, or do you think it was just Logan Hall getting pummeled?
Well, I mean, we can talk about Logan Hall. I mean, the guy's just not very good. I'm very sad that I'm going to have to see him play more. I'm hoping with more reps he'll find a way to improve, but that's doubtful. Hopefully, we see more of Elijah Roberts. As far as the question, I think they allowed him to score. I think that was the right move. I think it's not guaranteed that you get the ball back if you don't let him score and use the timeouts. I mean, maybe you get the ball back, but again, it's no sure thing, and you don't know how much time you're going to have left. So I think it was a smart move. I think it was evident that they let that happen based on the responses in the press conferences today.
Yeah.
So I think that was well done. Clock management, all that stuff was A+ by Todd Bowles. So I think I think he's learning again, getting the game management coach from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think him coming in has definitely helped. It's shown we're not wasting timeouts going into halves anymore. I think that is evident. I mean, even the end of the first half, like the Bucs were trying to get downfield with I think they only had like 30 seconds or something like that left, and they were trying to go for it. They were, using their timeouts to get the ball back and then being aggressive, and even gave the Texans, I think they only gave them like 1 second left. But anyway, they were doing a really good job of trying to keep their foot on the pedal. And I think that's what we've seen so far with Grizzard. Like the vertical passing game is definitely an element where Baker has already improved his average depth of target per pass by a huge margin. I think it was 26%. Josh Capo gave me that little tip before we started. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me because this guy I think he's really smart. He understands the passing concepts. He understands how to incorporate the running game, incorporate these running backs, and really has done a good job so far. So hopefully that continues to improve, but the challenge is going to continue to go up because of the new offensive linemen that are going to be in place. So yeah, the home opener this week, the Buccaneers are going to be rocking the white throwback jerseys, the white creamsicles, the original 1976. So hopefully we can find a way to win and move to 3-0 for the first time since 2005, which is crazy to think about.
All right, a couple things I want to talk about. G Vegas about clock management. Yes, it was stressful as shit, but guess what? Like you felt in control.
Yeah.
It was never waiting for the other team to give you some control. You were in control. And Todd Bowles with the timeouts. Oh no, let's not take it yet. Because before he's taking it too early and giving the other team time. Yes, I was stressful. I was stressed.
Yeah.
But trusting the people you hired and trusting the guys to execute and understanding, okay, we can do this, but we still have this many timeouts to use. I thought that was huge.
Mm-hmm.
So give credit to Todd Bowles and his hiring of guys and relying on Grizzard to say he's going to get it in. Whether if we get into this run right now, we could take a timeout and run it again. Still have a timeout. So that was cool.
Yeah.
And also talking about Grizzard, yes, it's tough on him, but damn, Baker's making good decisions. Like not the first game, yeah, very much turnover balls, like throw interception balls. But besides the self-inflicted stupid fumble, I don't even know how the hell he did that. He just crossed hands and knocked it out of his own hand. Other than that, he's being safe. He's bailing out when he needs to bail out. He's throwing the ball away. This is a different Baker. And then, like I was saying, like getting the ball out quick when there's a cornerback playing deep, get our first 5 yards. It's almost like in Moneyball, take the out. Just throw it the first, right? Just take the 5 yards and giving it to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it. He's simplifying things. And even like the deep pass to Mike Evans, they're always a safety over top, always safety over top. Oh, they didn't put one over top. Okay, here you go. It's simple reads like that he's getting and seeing the field, and it's not necessarily Grizzard being a great play caller, continuing what Cohen did, but it's also give Baker the continuity of being in the same offense again for the first time in forever. No new play caller, but similar, if not the same offense. And it's showing. Like he's just seeing it, and he can help out on the field. It's not just necessarily all in the offensive coordinator, which is huge. And I like to give credit to both of them. Either way, it was a greatly called game, considering the injuries, but also Baker getting it out, bailing you out, his ability to make plays with his feet, and the balls he has, man. Like, like he may make one mistake, and then you're like, how the hell did he do that? Yeah. Even the third down pass to Ibuka was perfect. Hit him right in the hands, and that was on the run on a dime. It's almost like a higher pressure situation. He freaking elevates, and you got yourself a quarterback. Let's keep going. Just don't keep him up. Keep him upright. Keep playing. Keep calling the game to preserve, because you don't necessarily need to be throwing firework games yet. Let's get better. Let's get healthy, and then we can start hopefully getting to that point.
Yeah, for sure. I think you just got to be smart in how you manage the game. You want to make sure you take care of the football. Your defense is good enough where they can get stops, and they showed that in this game. Now, going up against this Jets team, backup quarterback Tyrod Taylor is going to be the starter. Justin Fields is out with a concussion. Jets really don't have much as far as it goes offensively. The running game, their running backs are pretty good. They have Garrett Wilson. That is their main guy. He's got 15 targets. I think the next highest target player is, 3 or 4. So it's not much. They don't really have any other receivers. It's Garrett Wilson, and then it's everybody else. So their offensive line, their tackle play right now has been pretty good. I think interior is where they can be beat. So you're hoping Vita Vea can cause some havoc. You're hoping you can do some different things in your disguises that we've been seeing. So hopefully we can get some pressure on Tyrod Taylor. And the biggest thing with him, again, he's another mobile quarterback. You got to make sure you keep him inside the pocket and try to beat you that way. And really just keep it simple. And then offensively, their defense it starts with their front. They got Quinnen Williams, who is still a very good pass rusher. You got Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson, who are playing really well this year. So that's going to be the tough part, navigating that front. But I think other than that, you have areas of weakness that you can attack, and that's opposite of Sauce Gardner. Their corners can be beat. I think the running the football. The Bills ran the ball, I think 43 times last week, and they had a lot of success. So you're hoping the Buccaneers can really pound the football and hopefully put less on Baker Mayfield and try to, probably find a way to win it very similar to this game. Maybe not in the last minute, but maybe win like 20-13 or something of that round, maybe 24, 14, something like that. So I think you just got to be smart in how you approach this week for sure.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are probably expecting a runaway. You just lost 3 starters.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, especially with those new people coming in. How do you incorporate them? And you want to make sure you protect your guys, and especially Baker Mayfield. He already came off a very physical game. He's got a foot-toe injury on the injury report, so you just want to be smart in how you handle him. So I would expect them to utilize, maybe this is the game where we see a lot more of Sean Tucker kind of pound the ball, use his speed in different ways. Same thing with Bucky and Rashad, more 21 personnel, and use your tight ends, because your tight ends are really blocking like they're blocking good out there as far as the run game goes. So, Cade Otton was stellar in this game blocking. Same thing with Payne Durham. So use those guys, and hopefully that can help your team to get more easier passes, use the play action pass. That is something that we have to look forward to.
So I know we're looking forward to the Jets and everything, but
Yeah.
I just want to give look at what the Falcons were. Yes, we're like, what the hell? Why is it so competitive? We should have beat them pretty handedly. But look what the hell they did to the Vikings the next game. Their
Mhm.
defense slaughtered the Vikings. I think they
Yeah.
had 6 sacks, 2 interceptions,
Yeah.
and Baker 0 interceptions. I think he had what, 1 sack against them, or is it 2? Maybe 2.
Just one sack.
Yeah.
It was one sack, and then, four in this game,
But the
which,
thing is,
again, that's
you know,
expected.
but like look at the difference in caliber of edge rushers, proven guys in the Texans, which I knew they were going to get pressure. It was
Yeah.
bound to happen. We have makeshift offensive line, but you still won the damn game. You found ways to execute other plays that didn't put it all on your quarterback,
Mm.
as opposed to the first game where that's where you don't know who you're facing, right? You don't know how much they've improved, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Clearly, they're a better team than they were last year. So technically, we won 2 pretty damn good games. I think Falcons are going to be a competitive foe early on because they were aggressive. Yeah, Cody really is out for the season, which sucks ass.
Yeah, it is true, Virgin Boys. We appreciate the super chat. But yeah, Cody Mock is out for the year. I'll bring it back up here on the screen. So there it is, reported by Adam Schefter. He played with this injury and finished the game. It just shows you like how wired these players are, like the adrenaline that they feel, and they can just fight through anything. Um, but who knows? I mean, he might have injured it on the last play on that touchdown. He did kind of dive on one of those blocks, I think on Rashad White's touchdown. Maybe he injured it there, but who knows? Yeah, it's just crazy how those things happen.
Yeah, I mean, again, thank you for the super chat. It sucks. It is true. You hope Elijah Klein can step in or Luke Haggard. I'm a big fan of Haggard. I think he can play both interior next and out and tackle.
Mhm.
I think he's better at tackle. That's why I'm hoping Elijah Klein gets it. Overall, I mean, a lot of people are saying, yeah, just hang on till the replacements or the starters come back. I think
Yeah.
Wirfs is going to be coming back before Gedeke now, but still, it's like
Mhm.
you can get Barton back at center, Bredesen back at left guard. You can have the whole left side back.
Yeah,
I'm more
that's gonna help a yeah, it'll help a lot.
yeah,
I mean, again, and then from there, maybe you put Mike Jordan at right guard if you feel good about his play. Who knows? Again, you just have more options to work with. It really just depends on how this game goes for whoever that right guard is going to be. If he shows, good, maybe they keep him in there. But I think, like you said, getting Tristan Wirfs back will help so much because that is the blind side for Baker. And if you feel confident on that side and not having to worry about it, you can really open up your passing game. You can shift your line towards the right side and protect, and it can allow you to get bigger plays down the field. So I think that's important. But with that said, hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. Again, welcome into Real Bucks Talk here live on a Wednesday evening. We got a lot to go through, so we are going to continue to bring more content as we get into later this week. Be sure to check out our Substack. We got a lot of things going on over there that we're going to get to. Again, I'm a little late to this week just because I went to the Houston game, so I'm trying to play catch up. Hoping to have a lot of things rolling out tomorrow,
yeah.
probably tomorrow evening for sure, and then definitely on Friday and Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, we'll talk about more in depth on a lot of these things. I think there was a question on, I think it was Benjamin Morrison. I think he played about 9 snaps or so, maybe 8, I think it was. But like Mark said, he was really good in coverage. I think the penalty on him was kind of bogus. That was like just a,
Yeah.
it should have not have been called, but they were calling pretty much everything in this game, it seemed like, especially when it came to legal contact. Um, but yeah, he really did well. There's a couple things where he's got to get better on, physical point of contact, getting off of blocks, getting downhill a little bit better. But other than that, he looked good. And hopefully we'll see how that rotation plays out. If he is going to be the guy, playing more for Jamel Dean, and maybe we have more of a rotation. But I think it just really depends on how the game is going, what type of matchups, because Morrison can do some different things than Jamel Dean can. Same thing as Jamel can do versus Morrison. Jamel's probably a little bit more physical and obviously better against the run right now
Absolutely.
than Morrison, but Morrison, you can just stick him on anybody and he can definitely lock that guy up. So I think that's what you're excited for and hope to see more of.
Yeah, like a lot of fans hate Jamel Dean. It's just they want to point a finger at someone.
Yeah, but he's playing really good. I
He
mean,
is.
2 weeks in, he's been outstanding.
Yeah, class, we got to watch our words. Can't say outstanding. Can't say
He's
great. You can
he's
say
been good.
good.
He's been good. Yeah, he's been
Good.
good. Yeah.
He's not making outstanding plays, but he's doing his job.
Mm.
Guess what? He's doing his job, guys. I mean, think about it. Yes, Nico Collins, I think his third catch was at the 1 yard line, but Dean stopped him at the 1 yard line, and they don't convert and getting a touchdown. Well, what do you know? That was a big game saving tackle, and all the high pressure situations, Dean is in. The trust is in with him. Yes, you have Morrison coming back. He's going to get more snaps next week. Yes, clearly.
Yeah.
But the high pressure situations where you need to have it, Dean's in the game.
Right.
And give credit to Josh Capo. Like he put on the goal line, 4th down, they got to have it. They switched off McCollum and him.
Yeah.
Both guys are on the same side. And the communication, Morrison, a rookie, probably high pressure cooker situation.
Yeah.
Probably fumbles that in his head or whatever. But then again, Jacob Parrish, the dude,
Yeah.
is in every place at the right time. Yes, he almost came up with his first interception. Probably should have had it. It was right there in his hand, went right through, and still the guy almost caught it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, he's just so like mentally sound and where he needs to be and how they use him. They use him in space. They use him in the flats. They use him in the box. Dude, you guys we got a good one. I mean, and this is year one. Like it's almost like what Tyke was last year. But he's even quicker. Like his quick close is disgusting.
Yeah, he's better.
And I think Tyke's back at his natural position and just using his mind now. But I always say Joshua, Jacob Parrish, his quick close, his instant quickness, it's special on tape. Yeah, I did the film study on him last week. Literally almost every damn play on our Substack. So if you guys want the whole picture, not just highlight plays, look at this. Dean sucks, right? Or do you want the whole picture of how a player played? And you can dictate, like, tell us what you want to see, and we'll divulge into it like heavily. And that's why our Substack is cool because, like, I want to be able to communicate with you guys. Who do you want to see the most? Like, it's one thing to say, "Oh, Baker did great," but who else? How did he get the time to throw? How did this guy break open? Or on defense, how's this rookie looking? How are we getting pressure? Oh, we suck. We're not getting any pressure. No, we are getting pressure. They're just getting the ball out fast. Or why are we so good against the run right now? The way they're using these DBs at the linebacker position is insanity. And then the delayed blitzes, and it's just a lot of good things going on coaching wise for this team, which I really like. And then players are stepping up. So if you want to see the full length content, Substack's the way to go, guys.
Yeah, here it is right here. So yeah, these are our latest videos. We had stuff on the Texans defense. We had their offense preview. So we're going to try to do some similar things for this week against the Jets. So yeah, stay on the lookout for that. And we'll also have some things for our YouTube channel as well. A little bit more condensed versions and some other videos. We just have to be careful. YouTube has really been strict on their copyright situation, so they're really getting us pretty much in everything now. So hence the Substack. We also have Substack videos up here that are for free. If you just want to get an idea of what you're going to be getting into, you can check us out there. I believe the Mecca Buka is free on there, so you can check that out. Yeah, a lot of good stuff there. But overall, Buccaneers are 2-0. I think you have to be really happy about that. That's the biggest thing. 2-0 on the season for, I think, the 5th straight year. Can we finally get to that 3-0? Because we always get to like 3-1. That always happens, it seems like. But then after that, that's when the train kind of falls off, and then we have to kind of get back on the train and right the ship. So hopefully we can find a way to get to 3-0, and then most likely we're probably looking at our first loss against the Eagles, but we'll see. Again, it's any given Sunday. Things can change drastically or moderately, just depending on who's playing, who's not playing.
100%.
Maybe AJ Brown and Devontae Smith get hurt this week or something. You just never know. Those things happen. We already know we can shut down Saquon Barkley. It's more so, are we going to be able to score against the Eagles defense that is pretty good? But by that time, maybe we have Tristan Wirfs, maybe we have Chris Godwin back. Who knows? I mean, just got to see how it plays out.
That would be beautiful. You'd be able to say, like, okay, maybe we can be competitive this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both you and I, yes, we see the Jalen Hurts. We still don't think he's a upper echelon quarterback. I mean,
Right.
yes, he can do some stuff with his arms and his legs, but like the consistent play of elite level,
Hmm.
I don't necessarily think he's there yet. I think it's
Yeah.
a great team is what they have right now, like a loaded roster.
Right.
But overall, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much, this will be, I think, the first time Jalen Hurts will be going up against a fully healthy Buccaneers defense outside of Kalijah Cansey. So you also have to factor that in. We'll have a full secondary be able to play, but we got to focus on the Jets first.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how we do against them. Again, the Buccaneers are at home finally their home opener. So very excited about that. Please hit that like button. Leave us a comment down below. Are you going to be at the Buccaneers game? We want to hear from you. What do you think of the throwback jerseys? And give us a score prediction. We always love to hear your thoughts on this week and if the Buccaneers are going to be 3-0.
hold on, Plus. I want you to address this one. G Vegas is very concerned about Yaya. He does not think Yaya's going to take the next step to be an impact starter. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's that's a valid question. I think he is progressing. I thought he rushed well in this past game. Him and Reddick, I think, are going to be fine. I mean, they're playing good, and numbers wise, percentage wise, win percentage, all that stuff. When you look at the stats, it's all pointing in the right direction. I mean, Reddick, I think, is 5th right now in pressures. I think Yaya, he's a little bit lower. He's more in the 20s, I think, maybe low 30 range. So again, you want to see him move up a little bit more in that area. But I think Yaya is still a very good starter. I think a lot of people put sacks such in that high regard. They're like, oh, you need to be a double-digit sack guy to be a good football player.
Yeah.
It's not really the case. I think he's doing all the little things correct. Now it's just about continuing to push and find those ways to finish plays and get those sacks, which I think are right there on the cusp of happening.
He's getting chipped a lot too.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
people are paying attention to him.
Yeah.
I think that matters.
I feel like they're using him though in more pass rush situations than they are Reddick. Like Reddick, they use him mainly on third down, but like they use Reddick in so many damn ways. Drop back, move it, stunting not just one guy, all the way around the line. Like he's in cover, like he's everywhere, and he's a weapon. And I think they're using him in that fashion. And it's cool to see when you see the whole like eye in the sky type of view. But it like, yeah, it's the, how do you say this? The thing with Todd Bowles' scheme, it's like you just want to see your edge rushers attack.
Right.
He just finds ways to just confuse you by sending random things. But in reality, your best pass rusher is Hassan Reddick. It just is.
Yeah, and he's still being used.
Oh, he is.
Majority of the time to rush the passer. I think when you look at the snaps where he's not rushing, it's a very small percentage. He's had 12 snaps and where he's dropped back over 2 games. So I think when you look at it from that standpoint, and he's doing really well in that regard. Like I think they've caught maybe 2 of the 3 passes that he's been targeting on, only giving up 16 yards total. I mean, he's just doing so many different things. I think he's enhancing your blitz game
Mhm.
because of that disguise, and we saw it, his ability to drop out or even come off the edge when Antoine Winfield blitzed on that one up the middle and getting the ball out. Levante dropped back and probably should have had an easy interception. He drops it. Um, so there's a lot of things where it's playing in. The sim pressures are very important in today's NFL because these quarterbacks are so good of getting the ball out so fast.
Right.
So you have to attack with speed back the other way. And you have to be able to speed up these quarterbacks even faster. And that's where the mistakes come in. And hopefully, as the season progresses and we get a better understanding of how to, use Reddick in the best way, I think that will come to fruition and we'll see that.
And I mean, talk about Todd Bowles learning on not learning on the go, but like making the changes mid-game. Like
Mm,
early on, it was just rush 4.
yeah.
And it was like, okay, let's blitz a couple things. And then the simulated pressures started happening. And you could see like CJ Stroud's like, what the hell just happened? Every time they threw a simulated pressure, it was an incompletion or something was going to happen or a sack. And it was,
Yeah.
and he just started throwing it. Fine, you keep messing up, I'll keep throwing them at you. and
Mhm.
it's cool to see that when they're like, okay, this worked, let's try it again. Let's try it. And same thing with the offense. Rashad White got the ball. Oh, 10 yards. Okay, give it to him again. Let's just do it on the other side. Give it to him again. 3 times in a row they did it. And it was like 10, 16. Another almost broke it for 20, almost got a touchdown. And they ran it a fourth time. He got stopped. But sometimes it is that simple. Keep trying things until something works. And then, okay, let's keep doing it until they figure it out.
Mhm.
And then you got to keep changing. And it's cool to see your coaches doing that on the fly,
Yeah.
but you have the manpower to do it. That's the cool part about it. And these young guys are working. Like
Yep.
every one of these young guys are working well. So let's hope, keep knocking on wood because we can't lose that many more.
Yeah.
You hope.
Yeah. Yeah. We gotta stay healthy. We're gonna get younger as you're talking about young guys. Now we're potentially starting a right guard for the first time in his career. So yeah, the experience level is going down, but the good news is you'll have Ben Bredesen next to him. You'll have Charlie Heck, who's played a lot of football as well. So you have some experience surrounding him. But at the same time, your first matchup is Quinn Williams. That's going to be fun. It's going to be tough, tough
I
for
mean,
sure.
remember Luke Gedicke's first time at guard?
Oh god, yeah. Wasn't that Cam Hayward
No, it was
or
the
Pittsburgh?
Cowboys. It was the
Oh,
Cowboys first,
Cowboys. That's right.
right?
And they didn't. I forget who they had. They didn't really have like a dominant defensive tackle player, but
It's the guy's name I can't pronounce.
yeah,
It starts with an O.
yeah. Double. We'll call him Double O. But
It's a weird one.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to butcher it. I always do it, and then people get pissed off at me. But
yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, game on. We won't be at the game personally. We wish we could meet you though. But yeah, if you're going to the game, please let us know how it goes and leave comments in the stream. We love to hear from you. But yeah, we won't be at the game. I might be at the game against the Eagles, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
time will tell.
Time
Time
will
will
tell.
tell. That's right.
Um, yeah, White being inserted more because he seems like yeah, I mean, he's definitely gonna play a role into that. I think Bucky Irving has done a pretty good job at pass protection, which I have to give him credit for. He's really found a way to step up there, be a little bit more physical at the point of attack. But I think that's great that both of those guys can do it all. Like the step up or the emergency or the emergence of Bucky Irving just makes it that more unpredictable because you don't know if once Rashad comes in the game, you don't know if it's going to be a run or pass now. Because usually when Rashad was in, we thought, oh, it's a pass, because he's just coming in to pass protect. But now you have that kind of versatility where Bucky's in the game and you don't know if it's going to be a run or pass because they're using him to pass protect. So I think that's a huge bonus for the offense right now, or at least a early sign that they can play off of, especially when teams adjust and do different things against them.
And also give Bucky credit on that. Yes, but Baker got the big fourth down conversion.
Mhm.
But the pass after that, yes,
Yeah,
he threw the I think it was Auten the next play, but then
right.
the huge play by Bucky to put the foot in the ground and get upfield, that
Mhm.
was massive. And
Yeah.
it was almost like it was so easy. And then Mike Evans gets us down there, bang bang. But like Bucky deserves a lot. Like he had a hell of a game
Mhm.
running in the ground and catching the ball. So he just makes that damn first man miss so often. Like we almost take it for granted. He's a damn good football player. Like he
Mhm.
had a great season last year. He's going to have a good season this year. He's doing it with a banged up O line.
Yep.
I like the timeshare they're doing. Like keep it up. They're playing like a well coached team. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, to have 30 carries, 169 yards rushing, you subtract 33 from that. So having over 130 yards rushing from your running backs, plus your quarterback who's just getting big time runs, that is a good sign of a solid running football team. So I think you would just want to continue to see that progress, and hopefully that happens. Jeremy Lowe, appreciate the shout out. Good to see you as well. Yeah, it sucks about Cody Mock. I think all the Bucs fans right now are kind of sad over that one. That's a tough blow for sure. But like you said, I think they will take care of business against the Jets. I think that'll be a good game.
It's
Uh,
it's
yeah, go
one
ahead.
where you hope the coaching takes over. Yeah, so you got a brand new coach, new scheme with the Jets. You're hoping they're still learning and
Yeah,
our continuity and understanding how to what we're trying to execute kind of takes over. You hope for some turnovers.
yeah, yeah. It
Not
needs
on
some
our part,
turnovers.
but like taking the ball away because we've been winning games and keeping the score so low without any turnovers.
Yeah, yeah. It's time to get some interceptions. You want to see it happen.
Especially when
We've
it hits your hands.
Yeah, we've dropped a lot so far. I mean, Parrish had an opportunity for a pick. Levante David had an opportunity. So you just want to see those start to happen, and hopefully we get some picks this weekend. But I think that's going to do it for us. I'll get KGH for life in here since he is a YouTube member. Late to the stream, but there's no reason the Bucs can't score minimum 30 points on the Jets. I like how you're thinking. I think, yeah, I mean, maybe this is the week we score 30, but we'll have to see. Again, new offensive line parts are coming. So it's going to be one of those games where I think offense does just enough to get us the win. I think that's how I see it. Yeah, they have. I mean, Jets defense hasn't been good. But we'll get into that. We'll have that coming up on our Substack later this week. We'll have more YouTube videos as well. So be sure on the lookout for those. And I think with that, we're going to close it out and yeah, wrap it up and see you guys on the next one. Not that we want to hit the like button. There we go. Hit that like button. Comment down below your thoughts of the Buccaneers win, the injury news, whatever you guys have on your minds. We love to hear from you all and appreciate all the support. And with that said, everyone have a great night. Go Bucks, and we'll see you on the next one.